Adam Papagan, and welcome to another episode of There's a Place, the cerebral talk show that explores the connection between mind and personality and all that good stuff. I wanted to start tonight by talking about something that's in the news just yesterday. Oh, we're moving. This is exciting. This is exciting stuff on this program. Yesterday, it was revealed that the FBI raided the home of Subway spokesman Jared Fogle, you know, the guy with the glasses and the big pants. He got famous from eating a lot of Subway and losing weight because of it. And everyone went nuts on this on Facebook. Now, I'd like to remind everyone, in America and our court of law, you are innocent until proven guilty. So, you know, I don't think that this guy did. I don't even think he did anything. I think it turns out it was like he had some guy who worked for him and he knew about it or something. I don't think he's a pedophile. But what was so interesting about it is the way that the public just turned on Jared. Everyone, Subway abandoned him. They severed all ties with Jared. And it was like, why is everyone crucifying Jared from Subway? Like, he didn't do anything wrong. I thought people even kind of liked Subways. There's a lot of Subway restaurants out there, a lot of franchises, and he lost weight too. That's a quality that people are like, oh, you lost weight, good for you. But just everyone was just, and the jokes were like, they weren't even good jokes. It was just like, yeah, well, the only foot long Jared's going to be getting now is in prison. You know, and so, yeah, that's okay. But then some people were just like, oh, was that what he meant by eating fresh? Like, that's not even Jared's slogan, I don't think. That's just the Subway slogan. But people just wanted to, like, make fun of this guy. Somebody put, well, he posted the story, and, like, it was just after the story broke. It was just, like, some random person on Facebook, and they were like, yeah, I knew there was something slimy about this guy all along. I was like, well, he ate sub sandwiches. I really don't understand the problem. So, and I went on Jared's Twitter, and his profile picture, his Nintendo Wii like emoji guy. It's like a cartoon version of him, and it's like, this poor SOB. He's been sacrificed to the needs of our culture to focus our problems on someone who doesn't deserve it. But, you know, I will say this, if in fact it does turn out that Jared is into child pornography and is a pedophile, then he's probably a good representation of the average Subway customer. All right, well, that's enough about Jared and Subway. My guest tonight is a good friend of mine. I haven't seen him in a while, actually. That's the reason I booked him on the show, is I wanted to hang out with him. We had a great dinner tonight, which I'm sure we'll be talking about. And, you know, whatever else is on our mind, please welcome Sam Shiflett. Sam, thank you. Thanks for being here.
Of course. Oh, thanks for having me.
So I see that you got Champion brand socks on.
That's right. Do you like them?
I do.
Do you love them?
Yeah.
I got them at Ross. Just like the campaign.
Yeah, that's good. You should be their spokesman.
Hey, I've written them many letters.
I've recently realized, you know, we talk about this all the time, you get older, your opinions change, how you treat people, how you view yourself and stuff like that. Recently, I said, no more on the cheap socks. I started buying more expensive socks that were going to last longer.
Do you think that there's a correlation between the lifespan of a sock and how much you pay for them?
Yes, absolutely.
Socks
like
are,
anything.
I think, one of the commodities that doesn't change in quality.
Not so.
All right. Where do you get your socks?
Amazon.
You find them off Amazon.
Well, here's the deal. Most socks are sizes 9 to 12 or 6 to 12 or something like that.
Yeah, there's huge.
Size 13 shoes. So the sock that they sell at Target off the rack is too small for me.
You need the specialty order.
I need they're called big and tall socks.
Do you find that kind of sucks the magic out of of like shopping online, you know? Like when you get something online, you get the package that comes with it. It's kind of like, you know, Christmas in July, you get that special thing. But then when it's just socks, it's like,
I'm excited to be getting socks that fit.
yeah, that you're paying shipping on.
Amazon Prime.
Well, you're paying shipping. When all those people that
My
say,
dad is paying for Amazon Prime.
nice.
But then I had to go to West LA to pick up my packages.
You can change the shipping address.
Oh yeah, that's too bad. I don't really trust.
You don't want the man to find you.
Well, I don't like. I don't trust.
That's kind
I
of
don't
your
trust my
calling card.
mailman
Okay.
in Elysian Valley.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can rely on him to get my socks.
Well, hopefully he's not watching tonight.
One time, a record came to our house and it was raining, and he just left it outside.
In the
He just
rain.
left the package outside in the rain.
Man.
I had to get a blow dryer to save the record. It was an expensive record too, obviously.
Yeah. They say when your phone gets wet, you're supposed to put it in rice,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes like a delicious instant rice.
Is that what you're eating
Yeah.
these days?
It's a real treat.
I ate some top ramen for the first time
Yeah.
yesterday. It's been a long time. I mean, and just
What
instant
flavor?
noodle. It was
Chicken?
just Oriental, I think.
Oh.
It was It was one of those like different brands of instant noodles. But it was pretty good. I gotta say, for like food made out of styrofoam, it's not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, and they never were. Of like the trash that I used to eat, it was never that objectable to get the top ramen or the cup of noodles.
It's which do you prefer?
The cup of noodles came with its own like serving and cooking container, so it was a pretty easy choice.
I agree. However, ramen is so cheap.
But so
It's
are
like-
cup of noodles.
Okay, but ramen's like 10 cents.
I think the difference once you get below, like once you get $2 to $1 for a meal, I think the difference in price is negligible.
Styrofoam is bad for the environment. You might as well just eat the cup when you're done.
Yeah, but like if you're just gonna serve the top ramen in styrofoam, then you know.
Okay, well, we're splitting hairs here. We're friends. I don't want to
Yeah, exactly.
get an argument.
I have a bit of a temper when it comes to the ramen battle.
In high school, I wonder if high schools are still like this. They sold cup of noodles. They sold chocolate chip cookies and Coca-Cola, like all this really bad food. There's no nutritious food there. Was your school
Come
like
on,
that?
man! How unnutritious is ramen for you?
Look how it's prepared. It has to be bad for you. It comes, the packet, the yellow packet.
Is it any worse than what are some other? Is it any worse than like Easy Mac? You know, is it any worse than any of like the Velveeta products? Is it any worse for you than like an Okie Dog or Del Taco or Panda Express? Is it any worse for you than anything else that you eat in college because you're broke?
The freeze-dried peas and slivers of carrot that are in there.
Yeah, and the cup of noodles had also the tiny shrimps. You remember the tiny dried shrimps?
Yes.
They would sit on top.
Remember what he said? Were you there that time I got that expired shrimps?
Yes, I was.
That's right.
How old was it? It expired like 5 years
2013?
ago. No, I think
it longer?
it expired like 5 years prior.
Yeah, that's the downside about being an adventurous eater,
Yeah.
trying new things,
Yeah.
is that you go to the liquor store across from the bus station, and you're like, I'm just going to get the weirdest thing on the menu. And it's some shrimp thing with like, do you remember the salsa it came with? Was like,
Yeah, it came with
dried,
salsa.
It was dried out though.
It was, yeah. It's dried out. And the funny part is
I ate a
it's-
couple of these things. Expired.
Yeah.
Years
Expired
ago.
in 2010 when we would have graduated from college.
Yeah, that's interesting to think about.
Yeah. The year that we would embark on the rest of our lives.
And that food was just expiring.
Yep.
So think about all the things that have happened in our lives since that
Yeah.
thing expired.
Yeah.
Since the food expired.
We're
All
in,
happening in the world, like Michael Jackson died. Like the world wept for Michael Jackson. Shrimp. They were just sitting in this liquor store.
exactly. How old were you? You were 20. You were 21. I
2010?
was 21. Were you 21?
In 2010? Yeah, something like that. 22.
21, 22. Think of how different you are now. Like how much your worldview has changed.
Absolutely, yeah. But the shrimp was expired the whole time.
That shrimp expired. Oh man, what?
Shame on me though for wanting to try something.
Yeah. Have you had it since?
No,
That would probably steer you away from.
I would just check the expiration date next time.
Have you found yourself being like more cautious about like things that you purchase in bodegas?
Yeah, I'm trying to eat less garbage. It's tough
Yeah.
because I like the way it tastes and it's cheap.
That's the thing is it's if you're trying to be fiscally responsible. Like if you're looking for values, man, like Little Caesars is gonna win.
Especially like if that value allows you to do other things, frees up your time and your cash.
It like not only and when it's at like a satisfying temperature in addition to being like ready when you order it, like when it's
Hot and ready.
yeah it's like hot and ready. It's $5 every time.
I will say though, I've been making a conscious effort recently, actually since it's a conversation I had with Norm, the host of the show after this, Truth Noir, telling me about this app called Buycott that I downloaded. It's cool. You scan the barcode and then it tells you like who makes the product. Like if it's like a Monsanto product or like
Yeah.
if it's like independent company or whatever. But I'm making a conscious effort to eat at more mom and pop restaurants, local businesses, whenever possible. And then when I'm there, try to get like, if I go to like a liquor store instead of 7-Eleven and get like a craft beer instead of like a Budweiser. So I'm really trying to do that. Put my money where my mouth is. Support, these good things. But there are two exceptions. And it's just one possible, but I'm trying to. But Del Taco, I'm always going to eat at. Like, that's fine. And then McDonald's, because McDonald's is going out of business, we need to support them.
McDonald's is it what?
It's going out of business. The signs are there.
What do you mean it's going out of business?
They're closing restaurants. Like, its perception is like at an all-time low. It's 60 years old.
It deserves to be an all-time low. Their quality is at an all-time low.
But their quality is only low because there needs to be something that is the lowest quality. And we need to have some food
If not
that is that
McDonald's,
cheap.
it would be something else.
And it's not even the low, like Burger King's low quality.
You're saying that McDonald's is sacrificing their quality to save the skin of the rest of the fast food industry.
They're
Save the Burger King.
They're a solution to a problem.
Right.
They're not causing the problem. It's like, look, the problem is there's not enough cheap food, there's not enough Wi-Fi, there's not enough places for people to just go. So, there's not enough employment, so we're gonna solve all these problems. But to do that, it's like gonna be the lowest quality. We're not gonna pay our workers hardly anything. Think about the people they employ all over the world.
Yeah, but they're also they more than most companies have made the biggest strides into either etching their way around normal labor or dumbing down the work itself so that they can pay the bare minimum.
So that there can be McDonald's all over the world.
Exactly. To serve the trash so that Burger King would not be the pariah that it should be.
I got this about some art recently that was this guy had gotten the wrappers of like the McChicken, the cheeseburger, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I scanned on my photocopied them and printed them really nicely on really nice like thick paper.
Mm-hmm.
Like because when you flatten it out, like one side will say like ranch McChicken, one will say regular chicken, and so you fold it differently, and then that's, you know, you fold it around, and then that's what's on the top. Yeah, which I never had really thought about. But seeing it on the nice paper, like hung up, it just made me think about. At one point, this was not on wax paper. This was somebody's job to design this, and there were meetings about it and focus groups, and picking what colors and what fonts and stuff. So also that some really bad food could be wrapped in it for like a second, and people don't even think about it, and then it just gets thrown away immediately. And this affects millions of people every day. The decisions they made on this like stupid wrapper.
Yeah, yeah.
I just think those
it doesn't really affect anyone every day. It's just in the world every day.
You don't think everything affects everything?
I mean, I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, so then everything is so everything that's happening is all related to moving forward.
I suppose. Yeah, I guess it would push, you know, the trajectory of the universe along. I never thought about it.
You know, that trash, all that time that's spent
to make that trash.
To make the trash. When I went to Louisville, Kentucky, they've got like the Colonel Sanders exhibit. Well, it's called like the Kentucky Visitor Center, but like it's just about Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
And they have like, what are you looking at?
That I heard a bird or something.
Oh. Okay. You did. There's birds here.
All right.
Yeah, I think there's two actually.
Where are we right now?
This is a workshop, I think. Maybe a kitchen. Kitchen, I think. I think we're in the kitchen.
This is your kitchen?
No, I didn't shoot this background. But I think it's cool. I like the colors in it and stuff. Let's get a little closer.
I feel like we're in a barn.
Yeah, it does kind of have like a woodsy vibe, right?
Yeah, this is definitely a barn.
It kind of has like a, there's just the lattice on the back, but it reminds me of like a German kind of theme, like the Red Lion.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost certainly a German barn.
A German barn with German cows and all that. How's it looking?
Yeah, the students down.
Okay, I understand. Man, all right, Sam, we gotta get back to the show. Got a half hour left, man.
I know. Just, yeah, it's always good to be ready.
Absolutely. What are you trying to be ready for the most these days?
At this point, you have no idea. You know, we're in like this world of like economic uncertainty. What today they were forced to ground all those planes. You hear about that?
There were 3 tech things that happened today.
3 tech things, exactly. Yeah. What they forced to ground those planes. That's what I'm really trying to be prepared of, because those planes have got to land somewhere, and I'm just trying to make sure it's not on top of us. See what I'm saying? I think this German barn. Yeah, I think it's gonna.
This will get bombed by the Allies.
What, the stock market crash?
Yeah, no one's ever dropped a bomb on a German barn.
Yeah, exactly.
The stock market was closed.
Stock market got closed.
There was one more, wasn't there?
I think there was. I can't remember.
Who knows?
I told you I was playing PlayStation all day.
Yeah. What games do they have on PlayStation these days?
We were playing one of those like independent games, something like that.
Independent games?
You know, it's like not like a console, like it's not a big like platformer, but it's like some indie gamer will like make like an app essentially, but it's like.
Oh, I didn't even know that's how it worked.
Apparently, that's a big thing now. You're getting less like tangible discs, more just downloadable content. But not downloadable content in conjunction with like the physical disc. It's just games that you download. And it's kind of like, it's freeing up, just like the App Store, I think, like let a lot of programmers kind kind of spread their wings and gave them a platform to like do their own stuff DIY and independently. I think that like Steam was like the big PC one, and
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
all this like the game stations and the exports. It's a new jump off for the independent developer.
Look where we are now. It's a choo-choo. This is my favorite background we've ever had, I think.
Yeah, this is a good one. It's a little cold, but
Yeah, man. I like trains a lot.
You know that sensation that you have when you're like a child, where like the most interesting thing in the world to like children is like just giant cars and like trucks and trains, and like the most like horrible unnatural things on the planet, just giant vehicles.
Dinosaurs.
Not even so much dinosaurs. What do you think? I think I was more into like trucks as a child than I was into dinosaurs.
Oh, I liked dinosaurs a lot.
Don't get me wrong, I came around. I saw the light. I like dinosaurs more now than I do trucks. But like when I was a kid, I was like, if I was given a choice between like dinosaur bed sheets and truck bed sheets, definitely taking the truck bed sheets. But I was not given that choice, and I had the dinosaur ones.
I like dinosaurs better because they're sentient. They can interact. They're more interesting than just like something that doesn't do anything without a human being involved.
This is a typical anthropologist answer.
No, it's true. Like, people are more interesting than things.
Oh my god. Oh, this is only an anthropologist would think this
No,
way.
Like look at like it's like a movie or something. Like it's the story is about people. That's why people want to watch it.
What about Cars?
Just like
Pixar's
look at
Cars.
Okay, here's
Is
an
it
analogy.
Cars?
What is more interesting? Which gives more bigger ratings? A car show that they just put on TV, or the Indy 500? The Indy 500, because it's got the people driving the cars. Without the people driving things.
Well, I mean, I think here's a good time to bring up the resurgence of a show that went off the air some time ago and is now back on the air in triumphant force on it made the leap from cable networks to major public networks, which is huge. It's rare. Like, that never ever happens. BattleBots.
Yeah, why?
People do not give a shit about the people on that show.
It's the people who make. Yeah. Okay. Now, coiled cable, ladies and gentlemen.
Wrap it up. BattleBots. Do you think people
I think there's
watch
a surgery for
BattleBots
coiled cable.
Yeah.
Yeah, BattleBots. What? Yeah, people know. The people have to build the robots.
No one cares about the stories of the people behind the robots. No one does.
Are any of the... Is it an hour long now?
I don't know.
Probably is.
I haven't seen The Return. I just know it's back.
God, man, there really is. When I hear about something like that, I kind of understand when people go, yeah, I don't watch TV. There's nothing good on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why that show? I never liked BattleBots.
Why BattleBots? You never liked BattleBots? Really?
Because once the person invented the robot that spun around, that was it.
No, not at all.
There's the wedge-shaped one.
The wedges were the ones that always won.
Okay.
The wedges were victorious.
Right. They were cool.
Mm-hmm. And then there were, I don't know, you got like the funky creative ones. I really like the humanoid ones. They were always so bad. Like, why? Why,
The wedge. That's how you did it.
Yeah, the wedge was
Wedge with the saw in the
victorious.
middle. That's the one that would win.
Yeah. Because it would slip right under. I guess now they negotiated new terms, and now there's like, you have to have 3 ways to defeat like another robot. So you can't just be a wedge and then have the rest be on like defense or something like that. You have to have like 3 offensive capabilities. You know.
At least they're keeping it fresh.
Yeah, exactly.
And I take back what I said.
Give it a shot,
great
man.
work.
Give it a shot. Give up on people and come over to the machines.
Yeah.
Come join us.
Okay.
Yeah. It's interesting. People don't watch The Terminator for John Connor. People watch The Terminator for the fucking Terminator, man.
Yeah, these are all good points. I think I'm a new kind of android.
Like, people don't watch your show for the guest. People watch your show for the choo-choo.
The choo-choos.
You know?
Oh, wow. I wonder where this train line goes to. It looks like a cool...
It looks busy.
Yeah. I went to Travel Town this weekend.
Travel Town?
Yeah, you know where they park all the old trains in Griffith Park?
No.
You ever been there?
Oh, maybe I have been there.
Probably when you were like 5 years
Yeah,
old.
probably when I was like 5 years old.
Yeah, went and took a look at the trains.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it cool?
Yeah, it was.
All right.
I also went to, in conjunction with this, went to this thing in Griffith Park that's open every Sunday. It's called the Los Angeles Live Steamers. It's these people who have model trains, but instead of being like 1/24th the size, they're 1/7th size. So they're big enough to like sit on top of and ride.
Oh yeah, they have one of those in Griffith Park. You know?
That's not a real train. That doesn't run on steam. This is an actual steam engine.
So where do these trains go?
They have a really long course that they built along their property that goes through like a ghost town. And like a lot of the props are Halloween themed because that's the easy time of year to get props.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like kind of spooky.
Yeah.
But it was a long ride. It took like 5 minutes. It goes like through the parking lot. And
No way. What's it called?
the Los Angeles Live Steamers. And it's like, of course, because it's a train place, everyone who works there is like old and weird and like really uptight. And they wear like shirts with trains on them.
Right. Yeah. There's a model train shop by my house. Growing up.
Allied Mountain trains?
Yeah. That's the one. And they always were so rude to you if you were a child.
Yeah.
Hated children. They despised children being in that shop.
I hate adults too.
Do
Trained
they?
people hate people.
Maybe that's why they've chosen on a bigger scale machines over their fellow man.
People who like trains are called foamers
Foamers?
because they foam at the mouth when they see trains. You saw how excited I got when I saw this train.
Yeah, but you could call anyone who's an enthusiast of anything a foamer by that logic.
But they get real excited. And they're also called rail fans. That's the more politically correct
Yeah,
term.
that's a good one. Foamer is like a derogatory.
It is.
Yeah.
I go, these foamers. But
Yeah.
rail fan is more socially acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a lot of autistic people are into trains.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, no, it's just, I think at like a really basic primordial human level, like that's kind of what our species is drawn to.
Trains?
Mm-hmm.
That's why autistic people like them?
Yeah, it's just, like I mean, you're an anthropologist. It's like just a grassroots like means to survival for our species.
I can see that. I've always thought it might be because, like, the trains, well, they go from one place to another place. Like, they're trying to navigate all these things about the world they don't understand, or like they're like cruel. But like the train, well, it starts here and it goes to there. Like they just know it's really simple. It only does one thing.
Right. Yeah. It's all very linear.
Yeah, it just does one thing.
No, it's woven into the tissue of our very being. The love for trains, because where would our species be without them?
Probably taking the bus.
I mean, 5,000 years ago, it's not like Moses was taking the bus out of Egypt. You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite? I just got a new biblical epic on tape. I forget what it's called. I think it's just called the Old Testament. Go and watch it. But like,
Oh, that's a good one.
did you know about it?
The Old Testament?
The movie of it? Fine. But anyway, the Old Testament's cool. What's your favorite thing from the Old Testament? Like crazy, like Bible thing, like parting the sea, or like King
Man.
Solomon
I
chopping
don't
up
know.
the
I
baby,
don't, like I'm not super familiar with the Old Testament.
or the New Testament, because there's like some like gnarly things that happen.
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff that happened in the New Testament.
There's when Abraham.
There's one I remember, and this was like I've never sat down and I've never read like the New or Old Testament. So everything that I have, it was kind of like sort of secondhand regurgitated to me, like in Bible school or in like church or something like that. There's one saint who retrieved his sainthood by I think defending a village from like a dragon, which as my Sunday school teacher
St.
put it-
George,
was it St. George?
the dragon of St. George.
Yeah, maybe. But my Sunday school teacher assured us that now we know that dragons weren't real, and that it must have been some sort of dinosaur. That was,
Could have been an alligator.
it was almost certainly a dinosaur.
Well, we can thank St. George for that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Ooh, now we're out. Ooh, it's getting hot out.
Wow.
We've left.
Yeah, that train took us far.
Yeah. And we're having a reverse spring right now. That's why it's not been that hot this summer. But it was hot
Reverse
earlier.
spring?
That's what I heard.
Oh, wow.
Because remember when we started hearing about global warming like 7-8 years ago, and then now it's like already happening.
Oh yeah. Do you think do you think the seasons will just be the opposite by the time we're like withered and dying?
That would be fine, because as long as it was just the same amount of seasons.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't make
If it
that much of a
switched, yeah, it
difference at
wouldn't-
all.
No.
Yeah, it would just
Doesn't
be the
matter.
same as seasons. But maybe they'd be, I don't know. What if like we couldn't adjust? Like what if we couldn't wrap our minds around it being like cold over the summer and like really hot in the winter?
That's how it is in Australia.
That is how it is in Australia, but like what if it was just like us being dropped into Australia like seasons for the first time, and like how like confusing that would be, but every time it happened, like every season, you were just like, this doesn't make any sense.
Go to the beach on Christmas.
Yeah. Which I did 2 years ago. The one where it was like 80 degrees or something like that. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went to the beach with everyone else and their families. It's the worst day to go to the beach. It's terrible.
Isn't it great in California? You go to the beach on Christmas.
Go to the beach on Christmas.
I feel sorry for those people on the East Coast.
Yeah, exactly. No one had work either. Just a disaster. Seriously, a bad Christmas.
Was that the worst Christmas you ever had?
No, it wasn't even that bad. No, I think that the worst Christmas you could ever have is like ones that you spend with your family, you know?
Definitely.
Those ones are trash. Luckily, I don't really spend Christmas with my family, but I have to imagine that my worst Christmas was one of the ones that I was like a child and like forced to spend the whole day with my family. You know. What about your worst Christmas experience?
I don't know. I usually have pretty good Christmases. Nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
It's
only
a great day.
Yeah,
Nothing
it's
bad.
such a great day. To say it's your worst, it's keep in mind it's like relative to other Christmases, which
Yeah.
are like better than regular days.
Definitely.
So
Yeah. I like try to keep things positive.
yeah.
Anyway, I try not to have like a worst anything.
Yeah. What about 4th of July? What was your worst 4th of July?
Oh, well, I'm sure there's been one 4th of July where I didn't see any fireworks, so definitely that one. I love to see fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it would have been great. I should have gotten a background for the show with fireworks in it.
Yeah.
While the fireworks are going off, I should have posted
that would
up.
have been smart. That would have been cool. special
Just-
patriotic edition.
ate all my ate hot dogs and
My,
dumbed myself down.
yeah.
Ate myself stupid with the hot dogs.
You remember 4th of July, 1775?
That was the worst one. It was
Yeah.
just the other day.
Just fucking nothing going on. Whatever, 4th of July. Total waste. I think I even had work. What'd you end up doing for 4th of July?
I went to Maggie's, but you weren't there, so I left.
And Matt
And-
went to Maggie's too.
Matt Ebert?
Yeah, Matt Ebert. Do you see him?
No.
He wasn't there? Oh man. I went to Maggie's like earlier and it was just like exclusively people 60 and above. you know?
Yeah.
Was that still the case when you went there?
No, the nerds were there.
The nerds
I
were
mean
there.
that in a, you know what I'm talking about. I mean that in
In
an
an
affectionate
endearing way, yeah, exactly.
But these guys are nerds. I think they would all
Yeah.
admit it too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They were there, but then I left to go to the Palisades to see the fireworks out there.
Oh man. I did that one time. It was the worst experience I've ever had.
It's all the traffic.
Yep, the traffic was insane, man. I was like, I wish it was 4th of July, 1775 again. It was that bad. I had to pee really badly too, and so it was just gridlocked. And so after like 30 minutes of just gridlock, I like ran over and I ran to someone's door. I was like, "Please, sir, I have to use your potty."
You didn't do that.
I did, yeah.
Use
Only
a
time in my
stranger's
life.
bathroom?
Only time in my life I've had to humble myself enough to knock on a stranger's door to use the bathroom.
You did not do this.
Maybe I didn't do this. This doesn't sound like me at all.
Why
I'm
don't you
probably
just go to a gas
wasted.
station or go in the cup in the
We
car?
couldn't move. Yeah, I would have gone in a cup in a car. I would have peed somewhere else. Maybe this was someone else.
Nobody
Maybe
would let you
getting my
in.
memories
Yeah, maybe.
mixed up. Isn't that?
That's pretty good on my part as an interviewer, though. I knew you weren't telling the truth.
Yeah,
and
it's true. I wasn't intentionally lying, but you know.
Did you really think that happened to you?
I believe that I did that. I don't know why I thought that was. Crazy. What's it called when you start getting other people's memories?
I don't know. Who did this? Who did this then?
I don't know.
Did they have one of your memories?
Maybe this is like a born identity thing. Maybe I'm programmed to be someone I'm not. But then if I'm someone that I'm not, aren't I just that someone?
Yeah.
Isn't who I was before the someone I'm not?
And you're the new someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very deep. I wish you a lot of luck in figuring it out.
Yeah, well,
Who do you think you are?
I don't know.
Who do you think you are?
I can't totally recall. You got that one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was. Everyone's thinking about talking about this new Terminator movie.
Oh man, why are they talking about? Why are they seeing it? Do you think it's good?
No, but if
We
you
don't have the best track record after Judgment Day.
no, but if you saw the third one, you might as well see this one. Couldn't be any worse than that.
I guess, yeah.
Also, you could just pretend that every other Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is a Terminator sequel. Like it exists in the same world.
They're all the same canon.
Where like, oh,
What about
he has
what
to
about
he has to get an action figure for his kid, and he's also a robot from the future.
what about Junior?
He's has to have a baby as a man, but he's also a robot from the future secretly.
Or twins? Do you remember
He has to be twins, and Danny DeVito is his little twin robot from the future. And this all just happens like before he
Yeah.
needs to like do the revolution or the
But
takeover or whatever.
How would a Terminator have a baby?
It's part of the technology to
Really?
make him more.
To give birth to a human baby. Maybe the savior,
No, the baby was a little robot too.
a baby Terminator. But how would it grow? Why
Get
have
new
a
parts.
baby robot?
Does it make-
Why even bother?
What do you think when they start making robots and like making them like humans, giving them like personality and stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
What age do you think they're gonna make them?
Man, probably like I want to say like late 20s.
Probably whatever the age. I would say maybe in the 30s, but probably whatever age of the people programming it, inventing it is.
Yeah, exactly.
But then it's gonna get to the point where the robot would be like out of touch with contemporary culture. Like its sensibilities, it wouldn't have the ability to like change.
Oh, you think it would actually have the characteristics of the
So, like-
age that it was supposed to mimic?
Right. So like, okay. So let's say they've always been able to like make robots or whatever.
Yeah.
So if they made a robot in the 50s, it would like probably be like discriminate against black people. You know what I mean? Like it would probably like be into segregation.
Right.
The robot wouldn't be able to like change its opinion.
So
If you programmed a personality into it, it would always be like whatever the times
yeah.
dictated.
So a robot that you built today would be into. Oh my God, what are people into these days?
People are real happy about gay marriage.
It's just this robot. This robot.
It's like pro gay
We
marriage.
just be excited about marital rights.
Well, no, I'm just saying that if you I'm not saying a robot that does this, but I'm just imagine a situation where it's like you're like getting on an airplane or whatever. You get on an airplane like Star Tours, you know,
Right.
and there's the robot that's flying the plane, and it's got like a personality. So that personality, that's a great example. The personality of that robot's like from the 80s.
But I think isn't it a different robot every time now?
Now it probably is.
Oh man, yeah,
But
that's
before-
right. Now it's C-3PO.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been to Disneyland since it became Star Wars too. But I don't know. I can't go there.
You can go there. You'd have a good time.
I'm not I've talked about this on the show many times. If anybody, again, has a connection, I need to go
What?
to Disneyland for free. You know how people from Orange County always talk about getting in for free?
That's the only time I've ever gone.
You've been to Disneyland for free?
Yeah.
No one's been to Disneyland for free except
Because-
for me.
People from Orange County get me in for free.
Yeah, they all have this connection.
Shout outs to Orange County.
Yeah, great.
Thanks for getting me in for free.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
Yep.
If you ever need somebody else to, like,
Why not?
go to Walt's apartment
Why not?
or the basketball court inside of the Matterhorn.
There's a basketball court inside the Matterhorn.
Yeah, when they built the Matterhorn, 'cause it's so big, legally at the time the only buildings you could build that big were gymnasiums. So they put a small half-size basketball court in for like the employees or whatever
What?
inside of it, so that they could build it so big.
Interesting.
See, I don't even want to ride the rides. I want to like see the weird stuff.
That law isn't still in effect though?
No, so they had the Tower of Terror.
Wouldn't it be awesome if it was though? And Disneyland was just a bunch of crazy gymnasiums.
They all had to have a gymnasium inside and everything.
All of them have some weird like racquetball court or a swimming pool or something like that.
Secret swimming pool
Yeah.
underneath the Finding Nemo ride.
Yeah, exactly. Or just like in Pirates of the Caribbean. the area, where the cannons are going off over your head. It's also just a swim track on the side. So it really looks like pandemonium. People are swimming away, but they're just doing their laps. Yeah. Space Mountain. Space Mountain could be Space Mountain could be like a tennis court.
Yeah, because the track goes just up and then down. The
Exactly.
court could be
Yeah.
just
It's dark. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's all the ways Disneyland could be a gymnasium.
Yep.
So,
Mhm. Covered that.
do you ever go to the California Adventure?
Yeah.
I want to go there too.
Because you could drink alcohol there.
You could drink alcohol anywhere.
Just
Just sneak it in.
dude.
It's
You're not allowed to bring alcohol into Disneyland.
You can bring anything anywhere if you sneak it in.
Dude, but that's against the rules.
But I'm just saying, if you want to drink alcohol, you're already at Disneyland. It's so fun. What do you need alcohol for?
Yeah, exactly. And like, why break the rules? You know, like they're there for a reason. Like, why are you gonna follow some rules and break other rules? You know?
Yeah, and also, if like drinking is more fun to you than going to Disneyland, just go and drink.
Yeah, it's true.
Why do you even need to do it at Disneyland?
Yeah.
Just go to a bar. That's plenty fun.
Yeah. Yeah, if that's your bread and butter, then, you know, you're not going to get anything more out of it by doing it at Disneyland. Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
You ever go to grad night? You must have gone to grad night.
I didn't. I decided against it because none of my friends were going to go.
Oh,
but we should have gone.
You guys should have gone. It's a special night.
Meet somebody from a different school.
Yeah, you meet other teenagers, you know, doing stupid stuff. You know, you can sneak around. I passed out in Tomorrowland, though. I didn't get much further. I went, like, to Space Mountain and then walked around on Autotopia and then passed out. I guess it wasn't that special.
Why didn't they go to grad night? That's such a cool thing
It is
Disneyland
such a
does
cool thing.
for the teenagers of Southern California.
It's the only cool thing that anyone has ever done in California for teenagers. It is the only cool thing.
924 Gilman and grad night.
I said Southern
Southern California. Oh yeah, no, definitely. I'm envious of people who grew up in Orange County and would just like get season passes and just go there just like during the summer every day.
Oh yeah.
To where the point where it loses all of its novelty. It's just another place you can go to
It
hang
just
out.
becomes like City Walk or something like that. Yeah. The 3rd Street Promenade. But you can already do that. People go there and just go eat at like the Rainforest Cafe. They go to like that shitty La Brea Bakery. Yeah. They're like, I don't know. What's up with that? Orange County, what's up with that? People just go to like random gas station and like watch the fireworks every night. Every night. They do them every night.
Yeah.
Every single night they do fireworks.
It's a bizarre place.
Yeah, what a weird place. And it's like, it's crazy that like, it's so interwoven into like the whole community of Orange County.
It was all farmland before Disney.
Was it?
They built the whole county pretty much.
They built all of Orange County?
Well, I mean, not all of it, but like, that's why Anaheim is, that's why any of that stuff is there.
Weird.
Because of Disney.
Man. That's crazy.
Well, Sam, what are your plans for the summer?
The summer, man.
It's half over, roughly.
I know. More than half over. What the solstice was like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's just winding down.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're on our way out. I really have none. Not a lot coming out.
Anything you would like to see happen?
This summer?
Yeah.
Come back to me. Why don't you tell me what you have cooking?
Oh, this is what I've dubbed broadcast summer.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just trying to like get on TV, do this, like get on the radio as much as possible.
Okay. So right now you're like taking a positive step towards that goal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was on the antenna a couple weeks ago. I was done 10.2.
On what?
On 10.2 on the antenna. Like only local. I was on a court show earlier this summer.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, is this the fake jury thing?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, nice.
The fake no, so I did the fake mock trial jury.
Yeah.
I was actually on one of these judge shows that's on TV.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it paid $50 for 5 hours, like minimum wage. It was really strange. But that's a story, I think, for another day, or maybe after the show.
Yeah, okay.
I'll tell you, because we're running out of time.
All right.
Sam, thank you so much for coming on the show tonight.
Yeah, of course.
Having dinner with me before the show.
Anytime.
We're going to drive in a car together, so that's more conversation. Really
Exactly,
look forward
yeah.
to it all. So thank you very much, and thank you for watching. Until next time, This is Adam Papagan reminding you that there's a place you can go, and it's your mind. Good night.